local news and weather from News 8.
Good evening. Thanks for watching News 8 at 6 Digital Edition. The search for a missing man in Orleans County has been called off after he was found dead. 71-year-old Robert Arnett went missing Friday night. Police found his body this morning in a pond near his home in the town of Berry. Arnett had Alzheimer's disease and was considered a vulnerable adult. Sheriff's deputies say Arnett had wandered out into a storm to look for his cats and didn't return.
I think the important thing here is to try to have a safety plan in place for individuals that are suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's. We're not blaming anybody, we're just saying that he probably had trouble navigating back to the house in the darkness and the wind and rain, so this was a very unfortunate outcome.
21 fire departments from across 3 counties were searching for Arnett. Under Sheriff Bork said this at least brings some closure to the family. We have now entered the second week of the partial government shutdown. More government agencies have announced they're cutting back on services or closing altogether until Congress and the president can agree on a way to fund the government. The Environmental Protection Agency and the Smithsonian Institution both began laying off employees without pay. After having lunch with President Trump, Senator Lindsey Graham said the president knew what he wanted and was ready to make a deal.
He's not a man under siege. The president is firm in his commitment to make sure we get money for border security, and there'll never be a 60-vote deal in the Senate that doesn't include money for border security / wall. And I don't see Democrats giving us more money unless they get something. So the one thing we talked about is making deals.
The House of Representatives will change to Democratic control on January 3rd, making a compromise even less likely. Workers in New York State who make minimum wage are about to get a raise. A higher minimum wage will take effect tomorrow. In Rochester, the wage will increase from $10.40 to $11.10 per hour. In New York City, hourly pay will go up to $15. Governor Cuomo also announced a wage theft hotline for employees to report any employers who are not complying with the change. More increases are expected over the next 2 years. New York City is prepared for the new year after a test of the New Year's Eve ball. For 2019, the ball is covered with over 200 new Waterford crystal triangles. Nearly 2 million people are expected to crowd into Times Square tomorrow night for the party to watch that ball drop. The annual celebration will feature performances by Bastille, New Kids on the Block, Christina Aguilera, Sting, and Snoop Dogg. Meteorologist Stacey Pengen joins us now for a look at what's next in weather. Stacey?
Yeah, Maureen, for anyone who is celebrating any New Year's Eve activities, whether it's here or in New York City, well, you need to prepare for some wet weather. Today, though, pretty seasonable. 33, our high temperature started off this morning at 22. Averages are 33 and 20, so not too shabby. We also saw a little bit of snow earlier today, but that is long gone, and we're actually going to see a partially clearing sky overnight tonight, but that also will not last long. Take a look at radar and satellite, and there's a lot of moisture streaming in from the Gulf of Mexico. That's a developing storm system that will bring some wet weather to us. So your New Year's Eve forecast. This is for tomorrow here in Rochester. Temperature-wise, not too bad. We should be in the 40s, maybe even surging to near 50 late, right around midnight. But wind will be the biggest issue for any New Year's Eve celebrations here locally. It'll be a dry start to your Monday. Rain showers arrive as we head into the afternoon, and then again the winds will begin to crank by late evening and especially into the overnight. Take a look at these future wind gusts, and this is about 8 o'clock at night. Notice how these winds really begin to ramp up 40, maybe up to 50 miles an hour just after midnight, and then they'll start to wind down very slowly as we head into the early morning hours. But regardless, it will be a windy New Year's Eve, and those winds beginning to subside a little bit through the day on New Year's Day. So your forecast for tonight, 28 degrees under a partially clearing sky, seasonable chill, 50. But it's a little bit deceiving. Most of the day tomorrow spent in the 30s and 40s. That 50 you see there, that'll be a late surge. Rain as we head into the afternoon hours. 8-day forecast here, 45 on Tuesday, Wednesday. partly cloudy and 30. So we go from 50 to 30. Thursday, pretty quiet as well, 38 degrees. Friday, another system moving in. That should pop us back into the 40s once again with some rain returning as we head into Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we drop back into the 30s with some slightly cooler air returning. But Maureen, I don't see any big chill in the forecast, at least not for the first few days of 2019.
Or big snow. All right. Thank you, Stacy. And thank you for watching News 8 at 6 Digital Edition. We'll be on air on CBS after prime time. We'll see you then.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and our apps for both news and weather.